Hello everybody, Matt here and welcome to my top 6 fragrances. In this video we will be talking about 6 fragrances that I used to wear as a teenager. So this is going from years 14 probably till about 16, 17 years old. So please enjoy this list guys and we'll talk about some of these fragrances. So before I go into this top 6 list, I just want to tell you guys about this fragrance as an honourable mention. The fragrance that's an honourable mention is 1881 by Cerruti, and this was my first strong consistent fragrance in my collection that I received from a family member. I remember smelling this stuff as a kid and thinking, man, what the hell is this? And completely getting turned off by it. It's a fine example really of how my taste in fragrances have changed, because now this fragrance is one of my favourites and I really enjoy this. But as a kid I found it a little bit funky, a little bit too strong, and it wasn't really a fragrance that I would call a favourite at the time. Now let's get this list started. Number 6. Diesel Man. Man by Diesel was probably my least favourite fragrance, due to the fact that it didn't really have a smell. I found it pretty boring and it didn't really get me any compliments, and the projection on it was pretty bad and I didn't really find anything going with it. To my nose, it smelled like nothing. It all just smelled like straight up alcohol. And if you look on base notes in Fragrantica or any other fragrance reviewer website, it'll have so many notes listed. And I'm not a big fan of fragrances that are like that. Personally, I think that if a fragrance has only a few notes, it can still be an amazing fragrance. With this fragrance, I don't really see where it's trying to go, and I never could. That's why I've never thought about getting it again. Number 5. Gold Wings by Police. You know what? This was actually a really nice fragrance for me as a kid. It was the one fragrance that got me through college as a drama student. I enjoyed this scent so much because it was always cheap, and the smell was so unique to me. Looking back, my opinions on it haven't changed, apart from maybe that it's not so unique as I thought it was. It always had this really nice lemon and cedarwood opening with a pretty nice patchouli and tonka dry down. I was the only kid rocking this scent to its full potential, or so I felt like I did. I mean, then again, we all want to feel like that at times, don't we? Number 4. Black Excess by Paco Rabanne. Black Excess to me is still a gorgeous fragrance, and as a kid wearing this fragrance pretty much all the time, I had to survive on a small 30ml bottle, and it was tiny. I always wanted a 100ml bottle, but it was always so expensive, and to this day, it's still pretty much high in price. This fragrance always had a really nice vibe about it. I used to feel like a rock star with this. The smell is beautiful. It had some strawberry, patchouli, and jasmine. And oh, let's not forget about the musk. Lots and lots of musk. Number 3. Paul Smith Man 1. Paul Smith Man 1 was what I always liked to think was my version of Dior Homme by Christian Dior, because Paul Smith Man 1 used to have the note of iris, and obviously Dior Homme is jam-packed with iris, giving it that lipstick sort of makeup smell. And Paul Smith Man had it. This used to be my top complimented scent out of them all, but I did start to get a little bit sick of this fragrance. I found it to be too cloying, too full up on the iris, and not to mention a sickly vanilla and amber, which made the fragrance too sweet for my liking. But people liked the way it smelled on me, and as a kid who was trying to make an impression into adulthood, rest assured I didn't do too bad. Number 2. Thrill for Men by Joop. Now this fragrance was something else. These days it's so expensive, it's really high in price, and it's not even discontinued. But everywhere you look, Thrill for Men is really expensive. In 2011 I purchased a 50ml bottle of this from Newcastle for $17.99, and that was on sale from £45. This was my first Joop fragrance, and obviously I knew about the other Joop fragrances like Jump, Go, and also the original Joop Homme. But I never got round to getting those, and this was the first one I ever bought. The first moment I ever smelled this, I knew I might have found a signature. Its notes consisted of Granny Smith apple, cardamom, vanilla, and suede. Yep, it really was the one for me. I miss it so much. Like, a lot. Because this fragrance is actually unique, and I can just remember the smell of it, and it had some of the most beautiful apple in it that I've ever smelled. It's really something else. And number 1, here we go guys, what is it? Energized by Hugo Boss. Yes, this was my first ever cologne. It was literally the first ever fragrance that I ever sprayed on my skin. I got it on my 15th birthday, and at the time I thought that this was the best thing since sliced bread. Looking back, maybe not. But then again, I actually haven't tried this since I first ever re-owned it. It's a nice fragrance, and you know, I used to always like the fresh, clean vibe that it had, and I did get a few compliments with it. I remember I went to this all 16-year-old disco, where obviously they didn't serve alcohol, it was all just soda and stuff like that. And I remember, you know, wearing this fragrance and seeing all my friends and getting complimented it so many times. They were like, "Oh, you smell good, what are you wearing?" And as a kid, getting complimented at that age, it felt really, really good. So guys, thank you so much for watching this top 6 list on my top 6 fragrances that I used to wear starting out. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think of this video in the comments below, and I will get back to you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Keep smelling good, and bye-bye for now.